Welcome to short highlights of one of the big one-day Sprinters Classics in Germany to the 18th edition of the Sparkassen Munsterland Giro from North Rhine-Westphalia. This year working its way south to north. Last year it was north to south. Same finishing circuit though in Munsterland itself, but initially taking in two big loops to begin with, then the two hilly loops taking in the Coesvelderberg and the Daruperberg before then heading due northeastward again to finish in Munster with three finishing laps of this circuit right here. 4.3 kilometres round, flat and fast, 203 kilometres in total. It was the last racing day of the career of Simon Geschke, the popular German rider with arguably the best beard in pro cycling, choosing this big German race to be his final race of his career at the age of 38. Popular rider, everyone wanted to have a chat and slap him on the back. And while that was going on, the breakaway formed. It was Yannick Steimler, the German rider for Q36.5, who managed to kick off the sticking break, the one that would stick, and 7 riders would go clear with him. It was the perfect sort out because things shut down and calmed down behind in a peloton which was increasingly being watched over and controlled by Jasper Philipsen's Alpecin de Koning team. They did have, at one point, 3.5 minutes, but it was never much more than that. It was pinned in the end at about 3 minutes, and we joined them here at the point at which they were just starting to extend that lead. The breakaway was not completely fleshed out just yet because 1 or 2 more would jump across. And the last 2 of those to do so were Adrien Marie, the Frenchman for TDT Unibet, and Arno Claes making his way across with the very impressive Luca Dressler. That was the point at which it formed in its entirety. Also there, Sebastian Nuhes, Jarno Gritscher, and Tosh van der Sande, who was schooling the youngsters in the breakaway on how to maintain their lead into the second half of the race. And they were down to just 6 riders. That 6 would then become 5. Along the way, young Luca Dressler was winning all of the mountains points in the black and yellow. There he is leading through that corner there for the Lotto Kernhaus team, the German team. But then the gap was coming right down. We'd got rid of the hills and we'd started the run-in, the final run-in to Münster. And this was the point at which the catch would happen. It was under a really big push from Lotto Destiny, looking to see if they could get Arnaud Delis into prime position and maybe on the front foot before the likes of Alpecin de Koning and others had started their big drive. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe with multiple options, but coming towards the finish line, it was Israel Premier Tech who wanted to get Pascal Ackermann, the German sprinter who's never won this race, into the perfect position. This was with 3 laps to go. Israel Premier Tech bossing it as they came onto the circuit, but then things got messy. Lots of different teams involved and wanting to take control. Entomarché wanted one of them. Biniam Girmay trying to maintain his position at the front on the tough technical circuit in the centre of Münster. Coming towards the finish, it was Danny van Poppel and Bora Hansgrohe trying to get Jordi Meijers into prime position, but as soon as they'd done so, up popped Jasper Philipsen. 50 wins to his name as a racer to this point, and this was win 51. No one quite able to match the speed of Jasper Philipsen. And he took the win in the Sparkassen Munsterland Giro and really put it beyond doubt come the finish line too. Dominant performance by him, and overall a bossing by Alpecin de Koning during the course of the whole race. Just watch the speed of Jasper Philipsen as he came over the top of Jordi Meijers. Milan Fretin coming up in the colours of Cofidis to make it an all-Belgian top 3 on the podium. Jasper Philipsen's not done just yet. He's got Paris Tour on Sunday. You can join me on commentary for that. The result was corrected, by the way, because it was in fact Jordi Meijers in 2nd. Max Walscheid was down in 5th, and Biniam Girmay was 4th as well. This was the final podium. Win 51 in the professional career of Jasper Philipsen, a rider seemingly locked on for the big 100 wins, but let's see. Let's not put too much pressure on him just yet. It was another fantastic edition of this very young race in its 18th edition, and Jasper Philipsen can tick off yet another big Sprinters Classic in his palmares.